Everything you've heard about the Kiss years and the Kiss stage shows and the spectacle is true. It's not a legend. We're going to show every new band how the big boys do it.
What's cool is how you just enjoy the process, and it doesn't sound like it ever became too much of a job, right? You're having fun, you're
Yeah.
enjoying it. At the same time, though, did it ever, just because this is, I think, how I would feel, and I want to project it on you. You worked with Slash, jam with Slash. Is there ever a time though where you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm with Slash right now? Like, how am I doing? Is it ever like intimidating, imposter syndrome, any of those very real human feelings ever come up?
All that stuff is so surreal to me because, we would have like very early on, we did an awards show, and it was like, I was just still kind of getting my head wrapped around. Slash was a new Slash, so that's the thing that was so sort of jarring in a way. He wasn't like Jack Daniels and a cigarette and a top hat Slash. He was like, you know, daytime Slash, because I'm jamming with him in the daytime. Healthy Slash, jogging Slash. Like I'm just like, who the fuck is this guy? I was like, I like. So it was kind of like you. That's him, but it's something. It's like it's something beyond your perception of him. And he's like one of the most intelligent people you'll ever know. He's always got a big, thick book about World War II. He's reading, and I was like, who is this guy? He's not the kind of like, well, rock and roll, kind of guy that you kind of thought he was. But very early on, it was kind of like, so Lemmy's going to come down and jam because we're doing this award show, and he's going to sing the song that he sings. And I go, fuck, what? Like, Lemmy was like, is and always was one of my heroes. So literally, like within the first week of jamming, it's like Lemmy walks in with his guy and a bottle of Jack and a 2 liter of Coke. It's like kunk. And he was the fucking coolest guy in the, like, honestly. And he was the kind of guy that every time after that, I would see him and I'd be like, hey, I'm just polite Canadian guy. Hey, I'm Todd. I play with, and he's like, yeah, I know. He was kind of like, yeah, I know. Yeah, don't go through your whole preamble of who you are. I know who you are. He was just like amazing at retaining that. And at that very, very same awards show, it's like Alice Cooper, Dave Grohl got up and played. He played Ace of Spades with Slash and Lemmy at that thing we played at. Mm. So Grohl's hanging out. It was just a bizarre, jarring experience. During the course of that tour, Alice Cooper was up multiple times, and these are like, that's a big deal. Lemmy, Slash,
yeah,
and Alice Cooper. Those are guys that like really were in my formative everything. You know what I mean? And Grohl in a different way, like, sort of in a more sort of pseudo contemporary way. And then Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick would get up to jam. Like, what the fuck? Like, the whole thing was just so surreal. But every once in a while, I'd be standing on stage with Slash, and it very quickly, you just kind of slide into, when you look back on every guy I've played with in my life, you're just guys playing together in a band. And then you'd be standing there standing next to him as he's playing the solo to Sweet Child of Mine. And you'd realize, yeah, that's the guy. Like, this is not like, because I'd been playing that song since, right, since forever, since that record came out. It was like some guy would, and in Las Vegas, there's 100 guys who play that solo very well, and we can just jam that song. But I'm standing there and going, this is the guy. This is him. This is his solo. And that's like his moment, in a sense, playing that solo. So there were definitely moments where you're like, wow. And when you ask him, like, all those questions you had about the, that chord change that happens in Welcome to the Jungle, and you'd have this kind of like, before I was playing with Slash, you'd be like, I think it goes like this. I think it goes like that. And then you just look at the guy and go, is it this? He goes, no, we do this. And I go, okay, there it is.
There it is.
So it's kind of,
yeah.